Hello everyone, my name is Jasmo, and I am learning Krita, a digital art program. Lots of Krita. Finding my way around this thing slowly but surely, and trying not to get frustrated at the things that it doesn't have, or the things that it does differently. And it does things differently. I normally use GIMP. I've been using GIMP for the last 7 years, and I recently found out about Krita and decided to give it a try, so all summer long I'm going to be learning how to use it. And last night I thought about this, is like, why am I learning Krita when I'm totally comfortable in GIMP and I can use it really, really well? Well, I want to grow as an artist. I want to explore new things and push myself a lot. And in GIMP, I think it's too much of a safety blanket to actually do that. So I'm just gonna make a blank old canvas here and yeah, do a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay, these are all the brushes. I downloaded a concept pack of brushes from Krita. I do actually have the website up and here. And I was actually... brush engines, brush settings... okay, let's try this. Let's read about these. Tips, locked brush settings, opacity flows, parameters, all of this good stuff. Dear. Because, I am having a difficult time getting my head wrapped around the brush engine for Krita. Now, in the manual, it did say there were, like, F5 shortcuts, to enhance your workflow so you don't have to come in here every single time to change things, but I don't know how to set that up. So actually, I thought they had a workflow thingy. Getting started. So I do want to find out more about brushes, but basic concepts, navigation, okay. Painting with assistance, that will be interesting, and I definitely want to learn about that. Loading and saving brushes, I think, was where it said something about, aha. You can use the function key F5 to open it. Okay, never mind. With the panel open, you can right-click and detach the toolbar if you wish. Really? Really? So I can actually leave this open? That's not how it worked last time. Like, it says I can detach this. But I don't know how. Because it throws me off that it's in its own little drop-down menu. This does not feel like it should be a drop-down menu. It feels like it should be its own thing, like its own toolbox, essentially. That's what this feels like, is that it should be its own toolbox. Mainly so I can readily see it and switch between a smudge brush and my drawing brush or my painting brush immediately and with ease if I can't do it with a keyboard shortcut like I can in GIMP, because GIMP has an actual smudge tool off to the side where you can pick any brush that you're using, hit the smudge, and it will use that brush to smudge instead of coming up here, choosing the color smudge, and it changes the brush that you smudge with unless you have a preset for that brush as a smudge, which in my mind means I need to have double of every single brush if I want to smudge with every single brush. And smudging with different brushes will give you different textures and results than smudging with, you know, just a singular brush. And that's why I'm like so obsessed with this smudge tool brush thing. I think that's like all I talked about for the last half of yesterday. So I would like to figure out how to pop this out as its own window or its own toolbox. I'm even willing to sacrifice the left side of my canvas to get this thing to be permanently out there. So I need to figure out how to do that. With the panel open, you can right-click and detach it from the toolbar if you wish. Not really. With the toolbar open, and I'm assuming this is the toolbar. Like, this is the toolbar. Am I even doing the same thing? Okay. This is the brush settings editor. The editor panel will look something like this. Can be accessed on the toolbar. You use the F5 to open it, and with the panel open you can right click and detach it from the toolbar. And right clicking is this click. So where do you right click it to remove it? Can't click and drag it. I don't... Is that the same thing that... Okay, this is the same thing that pops up everywhere no matter where I right click. So if I do this, bad things happen. But thankfully it's easy to get it back. Okay, I just about had a heart attack. I'm like, it's gone. These are all the things that can be up here, which is great. I don't even know what the shit this is. Delete a resource? Oh shit, no, put it back. Oh god, put it back. Oh god, put it back, please. Oh Jesus. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh god, oh god. Really? Now I know what those do. Go away. Oh Jesus, okay. Put you here. Go away. Shit. Put you over here. Yes, please. Put you here. Where the fuck are my brushes? Oh, God. Shit. There we go. Oh man. Lock that. Lock it. Don't touch this. Don't touch it. Okay. Can I just... Okay. Don't touch this. Okay. It will undo everything that I set up. I just want this out of here. Okay, so I have the brush presets. So am I looking for the brush editor? Overview, channels, patterns, shapes, priority, time, animation, small, brush preset history, task set, color mixer, grids, and artistic, hoop-de-raw. So... toolbar is shown, file and brushes and stuff. This is all the brushes and stuff, this is all the file, I'm assuming. Show the dockers, show the docker tile bars, dockers. These are all the things that I think I can dock anywhere on the thingy. Right, left. I have the tool options. This is the same thing that was up there, wasn't it? The preset history. Tool options, which is this guy. Oh, come here. Brush presets is over there. So, how do I... What if I just want to move all of this shit over to the side. Like, I find it weird that these are over here and not over here because they're a tool. Okay, and tools, Right now I'm just trying to figure out how to detach this into its own window that will stay open because the documentation says that you can. Right here. Except I don't know where to right-click it to detach it. So it says if you open the panel, you can right-click and detach it. This is the only place I can right-click is the text box, which is super ass tiny. I can't even like click and drag it anywhere. Is it because it's locked? Do I have to configure Krita somehow, some way? No? Window? Multiple document mode in tabs. Ah, sub windows. I do want that. Oh no, don't. No, because this will probably fling up at the top and just create a nightmare for me again. Miscellaneous. Autosave every 5 minutes. Create a backup file. Okay, on importing image layers, convert the image color space. Undo stack size. Favorite presets 10. Hide splash screen on startup. I think it does that. We'll hit OK on this. And then freak out just a little bit. Okay. So how do I undo that? What is this? Hey, okay. That's for the little windows. So this I'm actually quite happy about. This will allow me to like have a workspace this big and then have a reference or a color palette and a reference or like a thumbnail of what I'm doing. So this is something Sanguinique was doing yesterday, and she's like, oh yeah, it's really useful, and I loved how she was using it. She had her reference photo down here and then a thumbnail of the thing that she was working on while being zoomed up. So that was cool. Oh Jesus. Put that back. Now what the hell happened here? Okay. Nothing. Nothing happened here. Well, this is just all the brushes. This doesn't even need to be here because I have this. Sanguinique, hello! Good morning. Or good afternoon. Yeah, yes, you are getting mentioned. I'm currently trying to figure out how to detach the brush engines thingy into its own window. Nice. And the reason why I'm trying to figure out how to detach it is because it says you can. I bet you I'm being pretty not smart about it. No. Right clicking. Not right clicking, right clicking, right. Am I missing anything? An instant preview, an eraser thingy, auto precision. I'm trying to see if I'm missing a button. overwrite, reload. This is a scrolly bar. I don't know why that's there either. Or this. Because it's an... Isn't the eraser over here? Yeah, no. Alright, weird. There we go. How now? Nope. 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 Okay. I'm looking up a video right now and how to do this. I am very obsessed with it because it would be nice not to have to open this window constantly all the time. I have a feeling I'm going to have a love-hate relationship with this window. It's going to drive me insane. Brush engine setting overview. Mute. And we'll see. Oh, this is a really old version of Krita. Yeah, this is gonna be a really old version of Krita. Okay, I need a new version of Krita, which I'm probably not gonna find because I think the update for it was like not that long ago. Like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And the newest brush tutorial thingy is like 9 months old on YouTube. It would be useful for dual monitors because I have dual monitors and yet so if I do that, is that how they think you can detach it? See, this... Gradients, patterns... Oh, so, okay, I can... Let me turn this back on. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. This is new, open, and save. That's what that is. Okay, this menu up here is there, okay? I think the ones that are grayed out are the ones that I have locked down. Yes. Okay, let me just make sure all the things that I want locked are locked, so I don't accidentally... This should be locked. There we go. Toolbox is locked. This advanced thingy is locked. Specific color, that thingy is locked, which is good. This is a preset history? No. Oh, no, what the hell this is. Ah. Now I do. Okay, I understand. I understand that part. which is odd. Shapes and properties, patterns, channels, overviews, compositions, reference images. I have no idea what that means. A palette, which is pretty cool. Color sliders, add shape. I'm assuming this is what they mean by right-clicking, and even if you right-clicked on the actual thing, the same thing pops up. And I can't click and drag it away, right or left, but I can configure the toolbars. So I am creating some patterns, yes. And then I have the color, the actual color that I have, yes, with the separator. And then painter's tools, which has to be this, because this goes in order from left to right. And the painter tools, I'm assuming, is from the brush settings to the brush option sliders. So it's all of this. These are not individual. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. That's what the painter's tools are. And then there's no separator between the brush option slider 1 and 2. And then there's a mirror, an expanding spacer, I don't know what that means, and workspaces. I don't know what workspaces means either. But these are all the things I can add, and these are all the things I can take out or put in. Which is funny, because I'd love to do that for this tool thingy over here, because there are at least 3 tools that I will never ever click on. Ever. And there might be stuff in here that I want over here on my little toolbox. Yeah, like that I may not want up here. I'm used to having all of my tools on the right hand side, which is kind of nifty because I'm right-handed. Import workspaces. So does painter tool mean this won't mean detach? This will mean this will just go away. Like if I did this and I hit apply, oh shit, no, that is just the brush engine setting. That's not anything else. Holy shit. At least I remember what it is, and I'm hoping that I can yeah, okay, I just put it back. So that's kind of scary. Well, it's not scary, like, as long as I know what it's called, and now that I know that the painter's tools is the brush engine, yeah, okay, there's that. Good that they have a search functionality, I do like that, but this seems super limited. I should probably read up on if Krita is like still in the process of being made and tweaked, instead of like, yeah, this is our final product, we are just like fine-tuning some bugs that are found and all this other stuff. Oh, okay. 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 So I already know how to fix this stuff. Okay. So this is another thing. Oh, there's the resources. Okay. I like how they have a colorizing line art. Like, I think I have a much simpler way to colorize line art. And, okay, I think what they mean is, like, you just put color underneath your line art instead of coloring your lines. I already figured out how to color black lines without destroying the lines. That part's fine. That was, like, one of the first things I did, because that's one of the things that I do when I paint, is I color the lines that are drawn, that are black. So these are the things that can go on a Docker, I'm assuming. Do they have something about just the brush engine? I think they have just the brushes. These are all the things in the brush engine. And these are all the settings that you can dick with. So fudge. I think I was doing this. Yes, yes, yes. I'm still okay. My brain jumped around to like 3 different things, and I'm back to this. How do you detach this? How do you detach this? Because it seems like the only place that it can be is up here. I want to detach this and have this permanently open, possibly off to the side over here. But I don't think that'll work because you can't resize this window because of, you know, all of this stuff that's in here. Okay. I was gonna, can I right-click any of this and be like, oh shit. Detach, don't disappear. Because for realsies, I'd love to have this off in its own little thing over here. What am I on? Okay. I would love it. It would work. These are layers, these are images. These have nothing to do with the toolbars. Okay. Canvas, rulers, status bar. Okay, I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure this is stuck there. Because I can't right click over here. Except if this and this is the same, I should be able to click and drag. Eh. Alright. Screw it. I've been trying to get it detached for about a half an hour. And unless I'm missing some, like, magical special box to click, it's not detachable like they say it is. Unless there's a different name for the brush engines like that I'm not seeing. Patterns. The preset history is not it. Yeah, unless this tab has a different name here to detach it, it's not detachable. What is this? Oh, cool. Is that the name of my brush? Yes. Okay. I'm still looking and learning here. This is... okay. What did I want to do today? I wanted to try and color something again. No. To see if I can start finding like a nice workflow that won't drive me insane. These lines are by Lily Gerbil on DeviantArt. I did not draw these. I'm a colorist, so I don't normally draw. Let me get that out of the way right now. Okay. Where's my sticky note? Because I don't remember what the hell to do. Filters, color to alpha on the line. So filter, color to alpha. And yes. I think. And then split the alpha into its own mask. And this is so I can color the lines. Let me try something. Okay. This is so I can flat underneath and also color the lines. So, what is this? This is Dragonair. It is a Pokemon. Minimize this. I need to find a reference. Color reference. Spacey. Okay. White tummy, blue body. Nice dark blue gem. Brown eyes, I believe. It looks like it has brown eyes. And it could be any multitude of blue. These things are kind of like glass beads on them, I believe. And white. Okay. Yeah, it's Pokemon hype. Let's go flats. Or actually, background. Background. This will be the background. We'll add another layer. Flats, just to play it safe. And let me. Okay. Let me get a color here that I like. I really like cerulean blue. It's my favorite blue, but I don't want to be totally super saturated. It should be a little lighter. It should be a lot lighter, actually. Okay, that's one color. The other color for the tummy. Tum. I'm actually going to have it be a little bit darker. This is an aquatic Pokemon, a water Pokemon, if I am not mistaken. Okay. Let's see how this does. I should be on the lighter blue. Which I am. This is going to be a little weird. technically I don't need to smudge anything on this. I should only need a paintbrush. Make sure I'm on the right layer. I am. Nice. Also need to double check of where I last clicked. Oh shit. Move. There we go, thank you. Oh god. I don't know what happened there. I'm really glad in the update to Krita like 3.0 that they fixed this. And they made it its own tool. This straight line tool is now its own tool. It doesn't lag like a mofo. It's great. Oh, it's a dragon type. I thought it was water. Is it same thing? Is it like a water dragon type Pokemon these days? Eyeball type. Okay. Hiya. Because as far as I was familiar with Pokemon, I was pretty much familiar with like the first 100, the original 100. So there was like, what was it? Rock, grass, water, electricity, psionics. I don't know what you call the ghastly type. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was when I was 10 that Pokemon aired in America, and that was and that was like 19, almost 20 years ago. And I could name like all 100 Pokemon. Shit. There we go. So this essentially is my pencil tool. Okay. Ah, and it did exist. Okay. I wasn't a super fan. I just thought it was really cool that they did evolution and whatnot, because I was a biology nerd even back then. We'll go up here and here. Here. Oh, Sanguinic. I looked up tutorials for like how to effectively recreate a person's likeness through drawing on DeviantArt, and the tutorials, they're not great, but they are there. How well did that do? Oh god, no, don't do it. They kind of did it. Kind of did it. Okay. The one that I remember the most, yep, hit enter. That was the most useful, even though it may not have been the best example. There. Is that guy. Double check. Check. I'm not too concerned about the bottom line. I'm more concerned about this tiny line. Okay, that... I think that's okay, I think that's good. Till we get to about here, but the partner color should be fine. Okay. That is far too dark of a blue. Far too dark. Much better. Okay. Oh, come forward. Thank you. Oh, awesome, awesome, and my pleasure. Oh. I do want to save this. But not as a PNG image. I'd like to save it as a Krita document, please. Even though it auto-saves on its own. Okay. I think I can choose a darker blue. For the gems, and gems are usually very saturated. Very, very saturated. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. So, I think I figured out what my N shortcut needs to be. So, let me do this. Oh, what is that? The line tool? The incremental saving option? Yeah, that would be very, very useful for tutorials. I read about that. And Krita has this neat function where it will... I don't know if it's auto or if you need to hit the save button yourself, but it will save like at the stage you're in as a separate document. So it'll save after you first work on it a little bit, and then you save it again, and it will save, you know, your progress, and you can just have like tutorial images. Kind of already made brushes and stuff. No. Tools. No. What am I looking for? Not those. Where did I find the fill bucket tool? You know what? They have a search option. The line tool. Okay, so now I should have Shift B and N. Yes! Awesome. You need to push the Save Incremental Version button. Okay. There's an actual button you need to push for that. And on future pieces, I will definitely do that. Wait. Come back here, come back here, come back here. No, come back here, thank you. So it already makes me happy that I found a way to reprogram the keyboard shortcuts, or at least make keyboard shortcuts for the tools that I'm already using a lot of. So this guy has basically replaced my pencil tool. Now, if only I can find something for the smudgy smudge. I think I've already admitted to myself that I'm gonna have to live without smudging, which makes me sad. Smudging can be so useful. They'd be so very useful. Okay, this is actually same color as these guys. Let's see. Oh, and Sanguine, if you do have a piece for us to critique, we moved the show to Fridays. Friday afternoon for us US folks, so that would be Friday evening for you. No rush, no pressure. The show's always open. Just reminding. Because we do have space for this Friday's show. For one more piece, I think. There we go. Yeah, I do know that there are brush presets where you can kind of smudge. It's not that I want the presets to smudge, it's that I want to be able to be using, say, this brush. I want to be able to use this brush to not only paint, but to also smudge. But if you come over here and change it over to smudge, it changes the brush to something else entirely. And then the smudge properties are awful. They're just set to awful on that particular one. So yeah. Awesome. Where's, oh god, where is it? Like, where is my brush? It's so tiny. Actually, I'll freehand this. For now. Yep, until we get to like here, where I need just a tiny bit more control. There we go. Yeah, the eraser option works exactly the way I would expect it to. It erases with the brush you're already using. I just wish they could do the same thing for the smudge, or at least have the option to. That would be sweet. That would make me much, much happier. I'm like obsessed with the smudge brush, because if you use it lightly, smudge can do a lot of cool things. There we go. There we go. I have a feeling that's still too light, or too dark. But I need a mid-tone, so that's why I'm like... There. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So I think this little dude has brown eyes. But we can... Alright. We can make his little shiny dude white. Okay, but brown eyes. Maybe warm brown eyes. And I'm actually assuming this is an eyeball. Like, this is totally this guy's eye. Oh shit. Come here, come here, come here. Nah. There we go. Which is totally fine. Now we can get to the actual blue. Where are you? There you are. Oh, okay. I've noticed. Okay, I've noticed. Notice here, if I click, the pixel is outside of the box, and that's because the actual paint brush, if I understand it, that Six told me about, is that the brush is in between pixels. Therefore, it snaps the pixel to the closest grid space, which is fine. On GIMP, it automatically snaps your brush to that grid space, so you don't float in between it. So you're always accurate as to where you're painting your pixels. Okay, I just noticed that and realized that was the case. Okay. Actually, no, we'll keep this. At least until there. And there. There's that. So those gaps are filled. Let's do his tail so I don't forget it. Ruh-roh. Why aren't you filling? I hit something, didn't I? Oh, Jesus Christ. What happened? Oh, no, it's X? Oh, screw it. I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally hit on that. No, that's entirely wrong. What? Why is that behaving as such? Okay, that didn't happen on anything else. Is that even the right color? No, that wasn't even the right color. What the hell happened? I don't know what happened. I might have hit the gradient tool by accident. I don't know for sure. Or maybe I hit a mode. Because I know sometimes in GIMP I'll hit like shift something and then the paint bucket will not work. It's like shift V and the paint bucket won't work. And I don't know why. But if I hit Control Z after I hit Control or Shift V, it will fix it. And I don't know what the problem is. Wait. Did it choose an in-between color for me? I think it chose an in-between color for me. Like, okay. This is... I'm curious as to what that second... Okay, I have no idea. Whatsoever what just happened. Like, none. That was weird. That would have been really cool if it was choosing an in-between color for me, because that would kind of eliminate half of what the smudge tool is used for, or needed for. Which is blending two colors together. Sweet. It did the thing that I wanted it to do. Score. Just like, it's all you can really ask for, is for it to do the thing that you want it to do. Which is nice. And with that, I'm going to take my first break, get up, stretch, all that good stuff, and when I get back, we're going to play around with some brushes and smudging. Not smudging. Shading. Yeah, shading. I'll be back. Alright, we are back. Do a few things. There. 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 Okay. Okay, I'm looking at pictures of this little dude. Trying to determine, like, what materials he's made out of. Ooh, scales. So he's a dragon. These things, I kind of want to treat them as, like, glass beads or, you know, totally transparent gemstones. That's what I would like to do, but I see an interesting picture where these are actually incorporated underneath the skin instead of like they are baubles attached to his body. Weird. Weird, I say. I kind of wanted to make them shiny glass transparent, so we'll do that. Even though I like the concept of they are incorporated underneath the skin. It's creepy, weird. But okay. So he does have pupils naturally as a Pokemon. It's just in this one they're not drawn in, which is totally fine. So, workflow. This should be a color select tool for the flats, in which it should select, yep, just the color and only the color. I also actually would like to choose like where my light sources are coming from. And I normally choose just one, but I would like two, just because the background is arbitrary, there's nothing there. We can choose whatever goes in there. I actually do have a canvas resizer thingy. That's the other thing is usually Lily Gerbil, whenever she draws these lines, she puts them super close to the edge, or like right up to onto the pixel edge of her Pokemon. On this one she didn't. But she normally does, and for me it creates a little bit too much visual tension, especially like right here on the corner. So I like to make the canvas a little bit larger, just to give my eyes some breathing room. So, resize canvas, there we go, okay. Wouldn't mind if they're locked. I don't want it, like, hugely different or big. Is there just, like, an OO I can do? Fudge. Not entirely. I wanted to center it, and I don't know. I did not see. Was it under layer or image? Shit. Resize canvas under image. Okay. Was it? Well, okay. We'll try this. Is that centered? Because I cannot tell. It kind of looks like it because there's a little tiny space above. And that doesn't get any bigger, does it? Nope. I think that's middle. It is! Oh good, that's a functionality that GIMP doesn't have. So then the question is, did that change the size of all of the canvases? Yeah, kind of looks like it. Okay. Is there a way I can... I was hoping to lock them together so I could move them all together, because I'm like, I just want to reposition it just a tiny, tiny bit. And that's what I thought doing this does, because in GIMP, if you lock layers together, that means you move them together. Anything you do to one layer in terms of like blurring or something global like that, it will do it to all the layers. Resize. But this just locks the layer so you can't do anything to it. So how do you select multiple layers to move together? By holding Control and clicking on them. Okay. That's okay. That's still pretty natural and intuitive to try. Oh god, don't do that. Okay, that actually makes me really happy. Okay. Sweet. Chai, okay. So, light sources. I was going to do that in the background. We're going to figure out what our light sources are in the background, except I really like this. This is like my favorite gradient color palette thing, which GIMP doesn't have anymore. Can I? I'm not going to use it for the background. I just wanted to show that these are my favorite colors of gradients that I'm really happy that they have. I was going to do like just a gradient. Shit. But apparently you can also do patterns of gradients. I don't know how. Because unless that's what this is. And it's not. Okay. So I don't know what this does. Honestly. Like, there's a fast mode. Fill the entire selection. Use pattern. Aha! Okay. That's what that does. Does this have a thing too that says use pattern? No, it just has reverse. Oh, there's the thingies. Repeat. Oh, neat. Okay. At least I found out how to, use these things. Interesting. Okay. Don't use the pattern. Oh, backgrounds are usually lighter than foregrounds. So let's try radial. Radial. What is... I'm gonna play around. Oh my god, it's an eyeball. They made a gradient. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you can do it from the colors that you choose. So what if I wanted... Let's choose like... purple. Let's just do a purple. And then... fairly light. Maybe more on the cyan? I don't know. You're learning with me. Awesome. We'll do a powder blue. And then we'll do a gradient like so. Click over here to get rid of the window. That's pretty. But there. Just an arbitrary background. Save. Save often. Because I am not totally familiar with how the autosave works, and if it is filling my folder full of saves, I have no idea. It kind of looks like, oh, it autosaves, and it does a backup, and it does a Krita file, and I still have the original lines that haven't been touched, so that's good. There's like backup on backup. That would be interesting, having the light coming from behind. If we use the background as a light source, that means the light's coming directly from behind this Dragonair's head. If we did that, our light is a radial thingamajig. No, don't just click the button. Okay. Do they? I'll just do it. Oh dear, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I'm gonna choose very bright, obnoxious color. To sort of like tell me how light is reacting or passing through things. So from here, our light would be passing this way on these, and from here, our light would be passing kind of this way. Like, if the light's behind his head, the light's barely catching in this area, and so is going this way. And from the light here, it's gonna catch. Okay. I haven't actually done this particular thing before, like plan out my shading, but it's a good idea too. Because we're gonna put him in shadow all down his front. That didn't even draw there. That's okay. We don't really need it to draw there. And there might be some reflected light, of which I'll choose a different color. Might be some reflected light bouncing up in the same direction, the absolute same direction. At least I'm going to put some reflected light on the bottom. Yeah, a little reflected light here. Possibly a little reflected light here. Definitely underneath the face. Okay. I have an itch under the headphones. There we go. Okay. So I think I can actually get to shading. The question is what brush to use at this point, and where to actually start. Usually I like to start from the smallest planes and go to the largest planes of color. The smallest planes of color would be these little gem guys, and then the eyes, and then the white part, and then finally the body. So we're gonna do the eyes because there's a weirdness. That's a color picker. This is the select color. Okay, I'm also going to turn the opacity of this down so I can see what I'm doing, and then go to my shading layer. Not my flats layer, my shading layer. Because I want to keep my flats intact, which I think I can just do this, and it will keep me from coloring on them. Can I still color pick on them? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. But yeah, it won't let me shade on them. That makes me feel better. Okay. So we also need to choose a darker color. What would be nice if I could rotate this triangle. I would like to flip it so the saturated point is at the top, but I don't know if I can do that. Oh. This will work perfectly. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm used to having this bar on the side, actually. So, behavior is fine, the shade selector I don't really care about. Familiarity, ho! Kind of. This needs to rotate 90 degrees. This needs to rotate 90 degrees, so, or flip, so that the white is down in the bottom. Because it's literally just a reverse of what GIMP is. Like, it needs to flip. Too bad you can't flip it. Color selector, use different color space than the image? No, I will deselect that. Okay. Maybe I should just get used to using this. Because there's a technique to choosing a darker shade and a lighter shade, depending on what you would like to render. And that's using your mouse, is to choose a lighter shade, you would go a mouse width diagonal, either to the left for a more saturated color in GIMP, or to the right for a less saturated color in GIMP. So it's just backwards is all. Is now I go this way to get my lighter color, and the other way to get my darker color. So if I choose a lighter color, it should be this color. If I choose a darker color, it should be this color. I think is what I've got. Okay. Brush presets. Ho. What would we like to use? Is the question now. Ugh. Sniff, sniff. And then what size? Well, what do you do? Is the question. And how do you behave? Very, very darkly. Okay, that was the other thing. Oh, shit. The other thing is tablet settings, the soft was a little too soft. But it felt okay. Okay. Regardless, the front of this guy is in shadow. So his eye is going to be a darker shade than everything else. And even though this drawing is simplified, and we don't see like a whole bunch of realistic anatomy, I'm also going to assume that this thing has eyelids, that it can blink. Which creates a natural shadow on everybody up here at the top. I just need E, right? Okay. That's the other thing I'm not too fond of, is that it has the original size for all the brushes instead of sharing the size between brushes. I'm just erasing some of that darker color. Not all of it, just some of it. We'll have some reflected light down there. I'm going to try and use as many brushes as possible. Which, that one is size dependent. Okay, this one is not. And eyes on the edges, just around, there's usually a dark outline. On, like, everybody. animals, humans, everyone's got this weirdo dark outline. Pop in a little reflected light. Then turn that off. I don't know how detailed I want to go with the eye. I guess it just totally depends. I have no idea what this brush is doing. I think I shrunk it beyond its limits to render. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. That's the other thing is, like, I will have to now find the brushes that I've already resized, like, to super tiny, unless... Oh, it resets it to its original size, so you won't get to keep the properties that you worked to put in there. Okay. I'm also going to turn this off so I can see what the hell I'm doing. It's odd that there's a little lag switching between the eraser and the paintbrush, but I actually understand as to why. And that's probably why they decided to keep the smudge brush separate. And I have never tried my paint. Like, this is kind of like the first time I'm deviating away from GIMP. Like, ever. Yeah, I like. I'm not actually looking at any eyeball. I probably should be. Okay. Come here. Where'd you go? There you are. Shrink, shrink, shrink. Not that one. Okay. This is where I wish I could hit S and make this a smudge brush and smudge it this way. But such is not the case. Nope. Nope. This one? Possibly. What do you look like? Okay. Ah, there you are. Sort of. Are you just a spark? Yeah, damn it. Maybe it's this guy. Ah, that's it. That's it. If I can, you know. Is it an all or nothing? Kind of. Because it's so small. God damn it. I just want to make some eye glow. That's all. That's interesting. I like it. this do? Ooh, I like it. I do like it. Little too much there. Just one little. Um. Does this move? No. Is this an all or nothing brush? Yes. Just give me a normal round guy. I said a normal round guy. Oh, oh, okay, the taper of the tail tells me what brush I'm looking at. Okay. Really? You have to be this big to work? Sure. There's a clear lens that fits over everyone's eyes, and light can pass through that clear lens. And so for light sources here, we're gonna have like a shiny spot up here. Really wish I could go, you know, super, aha, pixels small. Maybe I was going too small. That's why it didn't like me. So I would actually say, like, this is where the lens starts, and like all this light area is lens. And then all of this would be just normal eye. So this would actually have like a shiny spot. Even though it looks weird. I don't know how weird it looks though. Can I still color pick like these things? No. I think it's because I put it only to the layer, so let's do these. But I can still color pick. Yes? No? No? Are you foobarring on me? It's because I have the other tool selected. Okay. Okay. That'll be a lighter color. That'll be a darker color. This will be interesting. So we'll have light passing through here, which should reflect somewhere over here. Which means all of this will be dark. Except for maybe like a shiny here. Because on gems, whatever side the light is hitting on, it will have a really tiny bright white spot. And then over on the other side, it'll have a huge light spot. That's just the nature of gems. Because light is passing through the outside and then is getting caught on the inside. There we go. Dominator 1019, hello. Won't be as bright of a spot right there. I'm actually going to go quite dark. Not that dark. There. Just right like so. And a little tiny hint of reflected light. At least on that guy. Okay. And for our other light, I'll turn this back on. It'll be coming from a different direction because we have light coming from behind the Dragonair's head. So our bright white spot will be here, and then our broad white spot, or light shading, will be there. On both of these. And then the centers are usually dark. Is that the color I'm using? That is the color I'm using. Where is it? I don't remember which darker color it was. It might have been this one. Just use it light. Or play it safe. Yeah, and use this guy. Oh, if these are transparent and his tail is actually sticking through them, there's going to be a shadow of the tail going through it. That's what I wanted to do. That's what. Just erase this so I can fix it. There you go. Cubanito, thank you for joining me today. Much appreciated that you're taking the time to watch. If you'd like any art done, you can feel free to commission me. I do take commissions. Oh shit. You still in eraser mode? Nope. Its tail looks like it should be fatter. And then brought down, possibly? Finding the shape of this tail. Oh dear. Might be the hardest part. So it doesn't look weird. Dominator 1019, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the palette. That looks weird. I think it'll be okay, though. Everything will be alright. Ah, thank you! I don't know how long you've been there, but it's kinda hard to tell if the Dragonair looks good when all you can see is his little tail bobbles. Okay, since that is there, the light's not gonna pass through his tail. It's gonna create a shadow. But there will still be a little light that does get through. And there will be some light on his tail shining through the bauble, too. As well. Plus a little reflected light from the reflection of the glass back on his tail. Okay, thank you. Long enough. I've only colored the eyes and the gem on his neck, and I'm reading them as gems. Whether or not they're actual gems, I don't know. Okay. I also need, yeah, really uber dark. Really uber dark. And if you're hearing noise, you might turn down your volume. Possibly. Okay. I've noticed, static sometimes pops up on YouTube, but this isn't YouTube, it's Twitch for you, which is weird, but it happens. It might be glitching. I don't know how well my headset's plugged in at the moment. Let's do this. Very lightly. Do that. Okay. There we go. How does that even look? Kind of. Bristles wet or bristles mix? Ah, for smooth shading. That is a good tip. I feel like my lighting, my lighting is off. Just... There, okay. Oh! How do you do these kinds of things? It helps to have a tablet with a stylus. Very, very much so. If you have a tablet with a stylus, you can get some pretty amazing results. Ooh, that does sound worth a try, Sanguine. And for anyone on Twitch, that ding is from another website that I stream to called Watch Me Work. It's a website where it's kind of like digital cubicles. I like that. And I'm poorly representing it right now because I'm too focused on what I'm doing. That's right, I was going to demonstrate. If you have a stylus, even if you have just a normal little brush, a stylus allows you to shade lightly to darkly, and that's how I can do what I do. For pixel art, you are kind of stuck with a brush that can only do this. Right? There's no difference whatsoever in the color. It also helps to know the shapes of things. But that's the main reason, is the brush that you're using. You can kind of get the same result with this pixel brush if you have a program like GIMP or Krita, and you use the opacity to get different shades. But that's a lot harder, because if you go over a spot and then go over it again, it will slowly build up that color. And that takes a lot of getting used to. feeling. I've now forgotten what brush I've been using, which is fine. I have a feeling I need to put a little... Oh, okay, I need to choose a different brush. Oh god. I don't even remember which one I was using. It needs to be tiny. It needs to be real tiny. There we go. And do this. So we can kind of see the shape of the tail through the bobble. And I honestly think I need this to be darker. Like, darker. For some reason. For the most part, yeah. Let me... come down here. See if I can find it. Okay. I seize it. I have it. It is good. So let me just color in a few places. And then grab this guy. Which I'm hoping. Well, at least now I know what it looks like. Who's this guy? Ah, shit, it's not that. And it's super sensitive, so that's an airbrush. Oh yeah, it actually tells me down there in the corner. Are you an airbrush? You are. As I squint. Are you a brush? Blur, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Come here. Come here. Come here. Nice and tiny. No. What are you doing? Blur light? I just want you to blur normal. Why? The hell is wrong with you? Starfield. This should not do the thing that it does. Ugh. What are you doing that's making me upset? Filter, blur, shape, circle. Let's enable the pen settings, which is fine. The blend mode, there is no blend mode, so why does it blur light? I have no clue. It should not do that. I don't want it to do that. I'm learning Krita. This is not my program of choice. So, I will complain a lot. I don't even know what the hell I did with this. That was just normal. Okay. I would complain a lot, mainly because this program upsets me with the brush engine to where it does things it doesn't need to do. These should be all their own tools. And Now it seems like I've fucked it over even more. So, I'll just use the eraser. We'll just use the eraser. No, softly, please. Much softer than that. Fine, we'll use their awful, awful smudge tool. That should do what I want it to do, right? 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 No! What is wrong with this? Because there's... Enable the goddamn pen settings. Oh my god. You know what? Screw it. I'm not going to dick with it anymore. It's time to stop touching it. It's time to stop touching it. Let's stop touching it. Just give... Oh, for God's sake. Thank you. Okay. Brush. Hand me. There we go. Hand me this color, please. Thank you. Temper, temper. Twitch, twitch. Sure. Get our light thingy-me-jig here. Okay. That's where core shadow belongs. Tiny bit of reflected light. Big light. Not a lot of big light. Maybe a hint right there. Maybe a hint right there. Reflected light. Darker color. So that we can put some shape to this. A different brush, I think, will help at this point. That's not a rectangle. There we go. The only problem is tiny, tiny, tiny areas. That's okay though. Core shadow this up. Possibly need an even darker color. Should be a core shadow here. For all these to attach to, I think. Kinda looks like it. this guy. Core shadow is going to be like right here. Not a lot of light's going to reach this though. Because our light source is behind our dude's head. There we go. I don't know what exact shape these little wingedigs are. I'm assuming they are fleshy and therefore a little bit 3D. At the very least. Okay. You found some sort of smudge tool, like I wanted, eh? That would only be possible if I could hit a key and this brush would suddenly smudge. Because I'm super damn picky on that. Oh, God. Apparently I just foobarred everything. What happens when I do hit S? I don't know. You might get close to it. Yeah, there are some ones that do get close. Right next to the eraser is where the normal stands, yes. And I have no idea what that actually means. I see... something. Huh. Those look like layer settings. They look like layer settings. Behind erase. Ah, okay. That's right. I will have to play around with that. You open mix, yeah, there are options. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Let me color this dude's little thing here. Nope, I actually want to erase. Just a little bit, a little bit, okay. Turn that light thing off. And then turn the erase off. We'll choose a dark color. So here's this. Here's normal, mix, and geometric, mean. I don't know. Does it still color? It still does color. Or, I don't know what this actually affects. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, what? Okay. Hmm. It looks like it still does the same thing as normal. I'm not sure. Maybe with a lighter color? Let's, I'll just designate that there. Okay, so we'll do this. And this, so we can actually see. So we can actually see them. This is normal. And then mix. What do you say? Geometric mean? I don't. Okay, so that selected it. That kind of blends. And thank you, Sanguine, for taking the time to look at that. It colors transparently. Yeah, okay, so no matter how hard I press, it will color transparently over the color on the bottom, unlike normal, where it just colors over the color. So if I did blue, that would be a neat color blend mode. I think you can still pull the color out on top. And then if you go a little crazy, yeah, it'll still keep the color underneath. So you can still tell that that was at least green at some point. You can still tell that was at least orange at some point, so that is useful. Okay. Awesome. Back to tummy colors. Back to tummy colors. And this. So we'd have a little bit of glow, then a little bit of reflected light, which wouldn't actually be the glow, and then our core shadow would be like, yeah. And only a lot softer. Only a lot softer. I'm not even digging this brush right now. I'm like, I would like a different brush, please. Much better. Should I use core shadow? Shall extend everywhere. Okay. Let me E for the eraser. Trying to very gently lighten. Just a little bit. Part would be a little darker. And this would be mostly dark. Okay. Not entirely happy with it, but there we go, a nice little glow. A nice little glow. Oh, this guy. His eye is not actually going to be that color. He's not going to have that bright of a white spot. I did not. Okay. Okay. Turn that off so it doesn't look weird. Select everything so it doesn't look weird. And all we have left is his actual blue body. So I'm kind of starting to find auric flow, and using not round brushes is interesting, especially when I have to adjust the size every single time I change brushes. Instead of the brushes just keeping the same size no matter what. Because even in GIMP, if I am using a single brush at like 7, a size 7, no matter what other brush I pick, the size of that brush will be a 7 until I change it. And then all the brushes will share that new size. So on and so forth. No, no, no. Wait, this. Thank you. And then we'll choose a lighter. And then we'll choose a darker. Possibly darker. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. This a little bit bigger. I think my eye is catching an aura, which is fine. It's okay. Turn our light direction thingies back on. There will be light here, here, and at the very least here. And all our shadows will be in these places. And these places. especially deep there, but not so much there. And I am past my break time, so I'm going to take a quick break, stretch, all that good stuff. I encourage you to do so as well, especially if you've been watching me the whole time. I'm going to get some water as well, and I will be back in a few minutes. And we're back. And Sanguine, I see what you wrote. And I have no switchy function, but I will eventually find one, I'm sure. I just like to do a piece of work while I'm exploring a program so people have something nice to look at other than me just going, where the hell is this thing? Why don't they have this? Oh my god, how does that work? Which is exactly what I feel like I'm doing most of the time on this. Oh, wrong. There we go. Switch color. Ugh. This is gonna be the hardest part, is getting these tones the way I want them to be. That should be like that. That should be not as dark. This is where I would use a smudge tool to put those colors down. The eraser should work just fine. By just fine, I mean utterly destroy everything. Oh, that's fine. It's all good. Nope. Nope. Because we just need a little bit of shadow. Mr. Subtle Shadow. It's not a subtle shadow, come on. Maybe it's the brush I'm using. I think it's the brush I'm using. The switch key is actually... Does it do things? It does something. Oh god. I thought I pressed it and it didn't do anything. The hell is this the last brush I had? That'd be weird if it was. That'd be cool if it was. And Dominator 1019, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the palette. How do you shade? You shade just fine. Get in there. Shade that for me, thank you. I'm used to color switching but not brush switching. Unfortunately, my tablet sits over my keyboard, so I cannot use the switch function as normal, at least on the brushes. That's, I think, why I'm like, I would love it if I could just hit S, because I have like the WASD keys, the Control-Shift-Alt, all on my left hand. And in a very useful spot. Still need to adjust my settings for tablet sensitivity. Oh my god. I need to like bump up the rate in the middle, because it colors lightly exactly how I want it to. But my god, do I have to press down to actually do something. I'm already rough on my tablet. I actually kind of like this rectangle-y guy. Okay, lighter color. Lighter color. Smaller brush, lighter color. Lighter, shinier color, I think. Oof. Slightly bigger. There we go. Maybe just a hint of sparkle. Not really sparkle, just a little bigger. I can still get that weirdo painterly look. At least with these brushes. Whee! This feels like a roller coaster ride, the way this goes. Or mail. Ah, that mail. You can ignore that mail. I wonder how this program would do with pixel art. There are still several things I would like to explore, like drawing, sketching, that sort of thing. But as I stated last time, Krita is like 90% setup before you actually can use it the way you want to, or at least the way I want to. It's going to be like 90% setup. Oh, and a darker color. Get me down in that purple range. Thank you. Some more core shadows on the face. Does that rotate on the corner? It kind of does. Just gently, 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 gently. Gently, gently. And then you gotta whisper. Don't want to scare it away. I'm trying to determine where this shadow is gonna be because the light's coming from behind it. Ah, the light's coming from behind it. The shadow would actually kind of be over this way. I think. Okay. I kind of wanted, like, a thing here, but oh well. Gonna have a little reflected light on his little nose. This cute-ass nose. I think I can turn this off. I think we're good there. And also just, erase a little bit as well. I think that's what I'll do. I'll erase a little bit, and then color pick, which I think put me back on my brush. It did. Sweet. and very gently build up the values again. There. I think you need just a little bit of a core. Just a little bit of a core. Give me this. Thank you. Is that it? Is that all I need to do on this guy? I think it is. Possibly. Got his eye, his little baubles. All of his colors are shaded. The shiny spot on his eye, though, I feel can be much darker. It's kind of obvious fish is obvious, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't absolutely need to be that color. So long as it reads as a white. There we go. Alright, Sanguinate, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome that you're also learning Krita along with me. And I will catch you next time. I still have quite some time left myself. God, that's huge. God, that's tiny. Oh, Jesus. This is pretty much done. I don't think there's anything special or whatnot to do. Oh, give me a tiny brush. I want a tiny brush. Tiny brush. So I can sign this bugger somewhere. I need like the tiniest of brushes. There we go. Not that tiny. Maybe a little larger than that. It doesn't help that this piece is super ass tiny. Oh, give me a 2. Oh shit. We can do this. There we go. Center this puppy up. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't even mind the different brushes. I thought I would be, like, really upset using different brushes that I'm not used to. It's good to know that, I'm not, and I still get a somewhat decent texture out of it. I really should be working in, like, gray, black and white, gray, and not really, dicking around with color. So I would like to export this. Not as a Krita document, but as a PNG. And sure. Did that do what I wanted it to do? Yes. Alright, success. There's success on that. Oh god! It was bound to happen. All I did was hit Control W to close the canvas that I was working on. And then that happened, but that's okay, because Krita does not take that much time to boot back up, thankfully. So I'm okay with what happened. And I am not surprised that it did crash. Not surprised at all. GIMP crashes every once in a while. It happens. It just happens. So, as long as it still works, you know, it can open and do all the things, it's fine. Totally fine. So far it does. So, Sanguine suggested using this to find a smudge mode. And she also liked using a certain type of bristles preset that I wouldn't mind trying myself. Because I don't think I've tried... Give me all of these, please. Yeah, I don't think I tried. I kind of dicked around with them, and like, I had everything sorted into my favorite brushes that I would use, and then I updated Krita. What the shit happened there? I don't think that's supposed to do that. Maybe it is. One of these things is not supposed to do that. Oh, Jesus. That's a smudge brush. Yep. That's a soft smudge brush? I do not think so. That is not a soft smudge brush. Let me... Actually, just... delete button. There we go. Oh my god, there's the pencil brush I was complaining about. That I made it myself anyways, who cares? That's... Okay, this is what I would consider a soft brush, and I would totally use it to, like, do skin. The only problem is that it does different sizes? I would adjust it so it wouldn't do different sizes. Anyways, I wanted to find a smudge brush thing, and also explore the bristles. Bristles. I guess we can filter, right? Yeah. These guys. This is just block bristles. This is just bristle details. Bristles something or other. Is there... I guess... Okay, these are the bristle brushes. And... there was a wet... That's a blender. The tapered, textured, hairy mix, textured, wet. Sanguine, ooh, really liked this. Oh. Oh, weird. So you put down your color and then you can smudge from it? It's like the wet on wet Bob Ross. It's not even close. Okay, it's kind of close. The way wet on wet works for Bob Ross is that the color you put on top of each other, you can blend out depending upon what it is. Oh, it's size related. It should not be size related. The only things that should be size related are pen tools, ink tools. This is a brush thingy dry. This would be good for hair. Oh, this would be excellent for hair. Absolutely. Very much so. And a text message. Hang on. Excellent hairbrush. It doesn't depend on size. You can resize it as is. Also, you know, a good stipply dot brush as well, if you really want to. I just need to fix my pressure settings is all. They're still in no man's land. The mid pressure setting is kind of what's killing me right now. Like, I got the soft pressure settings where I want them to be. It's, this... possibly, I think. I think that's better. No, it's not. Maybe it's the brush I'm using. It could be the brush I'm using. Just find a normal brush. I think is this. That's as normal as it can get. That's pretty okay. Okay, yeah, that works. Morbid, hey. This works beautifully. At least this brush, whatever brush settings this has, works gorgeously. Very much so. Fancy indeed. So I may have tweaked my pressure sensitivity where I want it to be. I think, because it was the mid range. Yeah, that works much more like I want it to. Sweet. Okay, what? How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I already colored a piece. I already colored a piece with Krita. Mainly because I want to feel like I'm doing work instead of just torturing the program and the people who made it by going, why doesn't it do this? It should do this. Because I'm still hung up on the smudge option is not a tool, it's a brush preset. Yeah, I'll stop talking about that. That's, yeah. I wonder if this does depend on the brushes that I'm using. So I was using, we'll make this bigger. Oh, that's the instant preview. Okay. I am digging these brushes. These are awesome. From far away, they're awesome. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to do. I'm still trying to find a good old blendy mode. Shit. Give me this. Don't do this. Overwrite the damn thing. Thank you. Now it's a blank brush. But now it's, oh thank god, it's not size dependent. This is a very awesome cloudy brush. And I would use it for all of my space paintings, probably. No, it needs to be a little softer, is all. Do you do the same thing? You are size dependent as well. That bothers the shit out of me. Oh my god. Hand me this. Let's get rid of the size. Overwrite the damn preset. Thank you. This thing. Go back to this thing. Yeah, the thingy, is the actual, preview. And it's the actual preview. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now, if I want a smudge version of this. I'm just like, the S button, where is my smudge? Why does it not do? Why does not do? Oh, for God's sake. Why did they have to torture me? I don't... yeah. This is the brush tip. Bleh. Fuck it. Where are all your smudge brushes? Give me all your smudge brushes. All your smug brushes. Really? Those don't seem like... Why? Why? This is not a soft smudge. This I would call a hard smudge. Here is a textured smudge, which could be useful for its own things, so I'm not gonna diss that one. This is a water smudge, which is awful. I would call this one down here more of a water smudge, because you can very easily create reflections just by going back and forth. So, what does this do? It leaves behind circles. It ruins it. It ruins any effect for water. I'm not... Oh god, I'm a monster. I'm a total monster. It still doesn't do the thing that it... No. No, no, no. Let me crush the person who made this. That isn't... I'm so sorry. I apologize. My temper is getting the better of me right now. I want to smudge. And I really do. But I want to smudge with the same brush that I can erase with. This just got all sorts of foobard. There we go. Yeah, I want to be able to smudge with this. And not be a monster. And I don't know why I'm so hung up on it. I just fizzle out and fail here. Can you change the angle of this? No. Okay. I still want to detach this damn thing. And I don't know how. I don't know if that was a mistype or not, but that's amazing. Every program is funstrating. It is funstrating, as well as frustrating. Funstrating I think I like better. I like that much better. That's right, I was gonna test out some drawing. This will not do either. This preview is gonna also murder me. I'm not a fan of it. I don't care what it looks like. I care what it looks like right now, not what it's going to look like. Because it should look like that right now. Can you turn that off? I'm sure you can. Yes. Fuck if I know where, though. Show the brush outline while painting. Yes, 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 yes. Hide splash, save things, multiple... Yep, I've already got that. Don't show contents when moving sub-windows. Show... That might be nice. Okay. So if I switch to this, that's what I thought it did. Yeah. Not all brushes have this preview thing. So how do I kill it? How do I kill it dead? this. Can I turn this off globally? Oh, shit. I'll never know what that brush looks like until I click on it ever again. Because, you know, it's, yeah. Just watch my temper fly out the window. It'll never look as good again. I'm gonna stop about 10 minutes before the meeting. Yay, instant brush preview is off. So, here's the thing. Do I need to go through every single one of these and turn that off? Except it's gonna overwrite with this image! Why would you do such a thing? Why? Why? Why wouldn't you put the preview of that thing in there? Nose. I wiggle my foot in frustration. I'm like, how? How do I get it to not foobar the preview image? Because now I have to overwrite the preset because the instant preview is part of the preset. But it's gonna use this instead of... Oh, Jesus. Why? Why? Yeah, and then we'll have no image. Oh, unless I okay, I think I have to actually click on this, make sure it's there, make sure it's a size that will fit in the preview window. Turn the instant preview off, give my own thing, and then overwrite the preset of which it will change that. And then I have to do the same thing. I have to come here, choose the thingy, come over here, get rid of this, do this, and overwrite the preset. Nope, overwrite the preset that way. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't even... So now I gotta fuck all of these and get rid of their pretty previews that are already there. Just slightly butthurt. I'm not butthurt, I'm just, like, disappointed that it's not built in, but then again, you know, this is a free program, of course. It's not gonna be super 100,000% polished. GIMP sure as hell isn't. But then again, GIMP doesn't even have previews you can fuck over to begin with. What just happened? This should be size related. What the f... What the hell? I'll just ruin everything. This wants to be size related. But it's not. It's... I don't know what the hell's going on with this brush. Just erase everything here. There. Nice clean slate. And then... I think that one can be left alone. The only bad thing is that I want the instant preview off of all of these. so I know exactly the stroke that I am making it as I'm making it. That's a pretty... I just can't believe I have to do this for every single one. See, the jumbly. I want to know exactly what I'm getting into, not an instant preview. It has an asterisk, so it has to mean something important. The only thing is, I don't know where any asterisk explaining thing is. That instant preview might be... I have no idea. Let's look at the documentation really quick. That it doesn't have an asterisk here. Okay. The brush preview and brush preset panels can be hidden anytime by this and unchecking the view option? What? I am a very critical person and am not very constructive in my speech until I've, had time to talk out all the frustrating parts and whatnot to find better wordage later. Which is why I'm a monster this episode. Because there are things I want to say that I'm like, it's not true! It's not true anymore! It might have been true on a different version, but it sure as hell isn't true now. I think the exact same thing, probably because I de-sized it. I'm gonna actually turn the size back on, which did nothing but make it janky. Why did it make it janky? Yeah. And like, it made it janky, so we're gonna leave the size as is. Just overwrite that. Kill the preview. Kill the preview. Kill the preview. Kill it dead. Kill it dead. I think one of the reasons why I'm so upset about having to change these is that I'm ruining the person's lovely previews that they've already made for their brushes. And I'm putting in my shitty, non-smooth ones. Yeah, like, because they have transparent backgrounds, and all this neat stuff. I'm just... Ooh, a soft brush. I like soft brushes. Yeah, let me get totally distracted. I feel ya. I feel ya on the meeting. Same. Although I have less to be nervous about, I'm just always nervous for meetings. This one. don't even know what this is. Oh, it's a little star dot thingy spots. It's so cute. Then I overwrite the preset. And that's 10 minutes into the meeting. Not into, unto the meeting. And that is going to be me calling it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I greatly appreciate you sticking with me through learning Krita and all of my rage and criticism that is not the nicest. If you'd like to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitch and on Twitter at JasmoColors. I'll be learning Krita all summer long, and I will catch you guys all next time.